Hi, welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Agent Helix. Now, if you're interested in this, BBTS is getting them, so you can go there. Or if you want to wait a little bit, you want to support the channel, I will drop links in the bio where you can get them that will help support the channel. But anyway, you've probably seen a lot of reviews. These are out there now. Mine's been stuck in Stowe, Ohio. I don't understand the logistics. Coming from Wisconsin, I live in Michigan. It literally goes down to Illinois and goes down to Stowe, which is close to Pennsylvania. And then it has to come back and go up into Detroit. I don't get it, but whatever. She's here. We're going to take a look at it. Now, I am worried about this one because we've seen a lot of QC issues so far with this. I think I've seen at least 3 QC issues online. Hopefully I won't have the same issue, but we're going to find out really shortly. So anyway, here she is. Okay, yellow, black, interesting look, interesting hair. This is going to be, I think, the end of the plastic-free packaging. You got her weapons up here. Wonderful artwork, which they will leave on the back or something very similar. Here we have the side artwork of her number 104. Then we have the back. They give the height, which we will be losing, which you guys know I really do like it. You got her Band-Aid or tattoo of a Band-Aid. I'm not sure what it is. A few other things. And then her QR code. So I am going to look at this. Now, if you don't know about this figure, and I don't really know much about her, so I'm not going to try and explain and try and BS my way through stuff. But what I am going to do is I'm going to drop a link to JLS Comics, where he has a whole thing, like 20-minute video that talks about her. And it's a very interesting watch. He does a wonderful job, so make sure you subscribe to his channel. But yeah, I'm going to drop this so you can learn a little bit more about her if you want. But before we do, let's get to this. But hey, you know what? You know what to do. Take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I do drop a G.I. Joe video. Now let's get to it. All right, so I got her out of the box here. Here's her coffin with the artwork, and I gotta say, quickly looking at this, this may be the best artwork in the coffin that I've seen, and I just think that her look, the black and white, just looks really good, and I think it has to do with the hair. As you know, that she has blonde hair, but it's just going to come up as white. You got these black streaks, and I just think that this may be the best black and white artwork that we've actually seen, and I do believe that's going away. I guess we'll see when we see the non-deluxe figures. Here we have Agent Helix, 104, upside down star, upside down 104. Again, we've discussed that. So we'll look at the figure first because there's been so many QC issues, then we'll get into the weapons. All right, so quickly, we'll take a look at her. Arms look good. She has the proper holsters on her legs. I've seen where the holsters are backwards. I've seen where she's had two of the same hands. I've seen bent legs, but so far this one looks pretty good. So, well, I take that back. Look at that. Go to do the T pose, and right away the arm came right out. So, well, that's not good. Well, look at that. QC issues, I guess, are abundant. Look at that. That is actually just broken. So I guess I'll have to pop that back in. And then contact Hasbro and see what they want to do about this. Again, QC issues are going to happen, but it seems like it really does happen on the females. And unfortunately, there's not too much that I can do. So I guess we'll finish the review with probably a one-armed Helix. So, double pinless joints here. That looks good. Swivel, back and forth. She does have the weird waist here. All right. Turns it side to side. The Jean-Claude Van Damme, not that good. And of course, I'm really worried to move her. I don't know why the females, if anyone, should get a very good Jean-Claude Van Damme. Drop down hips, pops back up. Look at that. Now, she's obviously using other legs, or I would assume someone else's legs. I don't know whose they are, because they are pinned, where you have pinless arms here. Then you got your ankle pivot. Everything else feels really nice, but this piece being broken, obviously, is going to cause a problem. What can you really do about it, right? You can't really fix that. I mean, I can heat it up, pop it back into place. But again, not that we should have to. This type of stuff does happen. I understand. It's all about how a manufacturer ends up taking care of it. So there, I popped it back into place. So I guess once it got loosened, I guess you can get it back in, but no matter what, that thing's going to break off. And if you remember, I had a CoverGirl video. Her arm was broken right off the pad, right out, but it was actually at the bicep. So, all right. So let's take a look at the face sculpt and everything else. So looking at this face sculpt, I really do like it. I think it looks extremely nice. Eyes look good. I love the hair. You got some color right through here. It all looks good. Again, when you hit the shading, just from the light and everything, it looks nice. But it is all one color. It doesn't look like they put too much paint apps through it. It's just kind of on the part, and then obviously the highlights right here. The new body looks really nice here. You can see all the straps, and the paint looks really good. All up to what would be the corset, which you figure is probably some sort of armored corset. She has some sort of insignia on it. And now this is molded in, so this is a brand new arm. And these arms are brand new also, because the sleeves are pushed up a little bit. They're pulled up. Oh, I also forgot, there's her legs right there. All right. On this side, you really don't have anything. She does have, I don't know if it's a tattoo of a Band-Aid or if it's actually supposed to be a Band-Aid. I would assume that's a tattoo of one. Again, maybe in that video they talk about it. I don't remember hearing too much about it. I'm going to move this arm out of the way. Then you have her belt here. Now it is painted. And as it runs around, so you do have a little bit of paint apps on it. Just this color. It breaks it up. It looks nice. It does have a hole in the back here that must hold maybe her knife. So no, that's not her knife. That is that? No. Yeah, it is. Listen, I got all these figures around here. I kind of forget what goes to what. So it does have a plug there, so you can put, I'm assuming, this knife into it. There she has her holsters right there. Now again, these are, I don't know if these are reused legs, but they are pinned legs, which seems really odd. But I don't remember the piece on the back here. So this is painted ball black, where this is like this dark grayish purple. And all in all, it looks really nice. I mean, I think the figure looks really good, but unfortunately, her arm comes off. And she's not the drummer of Def Leppard, so I want her with two arms all the time. So I will need to do that, to take a picture and send it to Hasbro and ask them what they want to do with it. So there we go there. Let's take a look at everything else. So she has the backpack that came with the the movie Storm Shadow, and then her two swords. Now, these swords are not identical, I don't believe. One is obviously curved a little bit more. They do have flex to them, but they're not soft, which, again, what a plus there. You have the black blade, yellow to go with her, so I like the way that is. And then you have these newly tooled weapons that do have articulation points. These are going to strap onto her arm. So here you have Dylan's arm from Predator that he just blew off, and then you'd be able to put this one on that arm. Then you have her 2 pistols with extended magazines. It does have a hole for blast effects. Now, magazine seems a little soft. It does not come out, which I'm perfectly fine with. It looks like it has a light on the bottom, or maybe it's a laser pointer. Looking at it, I think it looks really nice. It seems to be straight. It does have a soft texture to it, but that doesn't bother me because I don't really have to worry about it too much. And this one here, same thing, looks straight. So all in all, no complaints there. I have more of an issue with her having one arm. Here's a knife that I do believe that she comes with. Oh yeah, she does. I'm confused. Sorry guys. I know someone's going to call me out on it, but I moved stuff around. As you know, I have a bunch of stuff around here, so I was kind of getting it mixed in with the Crimson Strike Team, even though there's no Crimson on it. Nice little knife here. Paint app right here. I do believe this is specifically meant so it can be used also as part of the weapon. It's pretty straight, no issues there. Now this is flexible. Again, I don't have an issue with something being flexible if it goes right back to where it's supposed to be. So, all right. So now let's just armor her up. You get it? Armor her up. I don't want to stop the video just to take pictures. So we'll try and get the arm back on here. And I know before someone makes a comment, hey, you know what? If it works, fine. But, you know, why are you going to complain about it? The point is QC issues need to be resolved. And so far, she has had a lot of what looks like online QC issues. And you know what? This type of stuff happens. Now with her, I'm noticing there seems to be an awful lot. Maybe I should have left this on till then. Ah, there we go. Popped it on there. So take your gun. Boom. Pops right in there. And this kind of sucks because if I remember correctly, my my cover girl, which only had one arm, I already used on the thumbnail that the driver for the Wolverine has only got one arm. So what am I supposed to do for this? I can't reuse that same one. That's just laziness. That's kind of funny. That is how the hook for her arm actually looks. But so far, look at that. It actually fits pretty nicely. It's actually not moving. What I mean by moving, sliding down. I was really worried that it was going to rotate and slide up and down like on its own, but it seems fairly tight. Of course, pop right off. So whatever position I want to put it in, that's what she said, it's not a problem. And then same with this arm, I would assume, right? So as you can see, this fits perfectly in between on her forearm, and this is the reason why it's pulled up. Now you can move this into different spots. And then you have the knife, which I'm going to assume kind of just push up through here. You're not going to want to lean back on this because that little spike there is going to go right through you. So there is our Agent Helix. I want to say Shooter because Shooter is on her way. And I just watched a video about Shooter from JLS Comics. And then the question is, how easily does she stand? Oh, not that good like that. So we're going to have to do a little bit of posing with this. We definitely want to get her to stand. Because as you know, I don't like to use stands. So she's standing. You can already tell she's going to be difficult to get in some dynamic poses. We'll be able to do it. It's a little disappointing. But hey, there's already a few more issues besides the besides figuring out how to make her stand. And that is that her arm came right off. I mean, you could see how it was off in the video. So we're going to have to play around with this one a little bit more, but there it is. I guess let's wrap this up. All right, so my first initial thought on Agent Helix is I have to be disappointed that her arm is broken. And again, I've seen a lot of QC issues, and if you watch the whole video, you'll see exactly that her arm was broken pretty much right out of the package there. You can see where it's unsnapped. Now, I can get it back on there, but I will have to contact Hasbro because they need to be aware of these things, and also at the same time, something needs to be done, whether it be a return or whatever it is, so I get a good working Helix figure. Other than that, I think the color looks really nice. I like the new weapons. There's going to be a lot that you can do with this figure once you have her in one piece. But unfortunately, during the shipping process, clearly one of these swords bounced around and cut her arm, so it's off. That's it. All right, so there you have it. That is my review of Agent Helix. I told you my thoughts on it. Listen, QC issues are part of this whole game. They happen. They happen to small companies. They happen to large companies. It really is about how you end up addressing them. And it's always disappointing. Again, it may only be $25. And when you say only $25, that's a lot to some people. That's not a lot to other people. But either way, it's more than what a lot of people make per hour. And you're working hard for your stuff. You know, you want as many of your figures to have as few QC issues as possible. So I'll contact Hasbro tomorrow, see what they say, see what they're willing to do about it. I don't really want to give up the figure, although I'm still waiting for it on Hasbro Pulse. So I still do have it on order, but again, I've seen a multitude of QC issues. Now I will be able to get it back on, and because you're probably going to look and go, hey, on the pictures that you have, you put her arm back on. Yeah, I put the arm back on, but the problem is this is going to be a recurring issue. Anyway, I am going to get out of here, but don't go anywhere. Okay, listen, you've been watching this long. What you need to do is follow me on all the other social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, A Punk with Toys, the Facebook group page, Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a punk with toys, and sometimes that toy only has one arm and the other arm is knocked off. And last but not least, don't go anywhere. Take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I do drop a new G.I. Joe video. And as you know, there's a lot of Joes still to come, but don't go anywhere right now. Up here, this is going to be the Chuckles video, and down here is a playlist of all the classified videos that I've done so far. Have a wonderful day.